I have got asked this question a ton: how I do my calorie deficits. So I am going to talk about that today, give you how I do this with my clients to get the best results. So, all right, let's get started. What's up, guys? My name is Cynthia Williams. I am the creator of Change Your Habits, Change Your Life program. It is a full comprehensive program that teaches you how to go through a reverse diet, how to do a calorie deficit, but most importantly, how to come out of your calorie deficit and not put the weight back on, right? We can all lose weight, but we have a very hard time maintaining that weight loss. So my program, $49. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's in the link below. If you're watching this on social media, it's in my bio, the link. You can get it for $49 and completely have a step-by-step guide how to go through a reverse diet, a calorie deficit, and then how to come out of your calorie deficit, not put your weight back on, and enjoy a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. So, all right, with that said, we're gonna talk a little bit about a calorie deficit. So in my programming, when I'm teaching a client, I do teach by macros. Macros teaches you quality of food, okay? We do track food, we weigh food, all of that stuff initially, and you have to do it because you have to. It's just like anything else. It's almost like the school of nutrition in a sorts, because you have to learn what portion sizes look like. You have to learn the amount of protein that's in the chicken or the fiber that you're getting from the veggies, things like that, so that we learn quality of food and we make better food choices that make us feel better. So you have to do those steps initially. If you're not ready to track food, if you're not ready to weigh food, then you're not really ready to do a true calorie deficit or weight loss period, because you have to do those things to have the information in order to make changes to continue on and progress in your journey. And it's just part of it, just like you have to weigh in on a scale, okay? The diets that tell you don't have to weigh on a scale, that's BS. You have to, because at some point you're gonna plateau. And if you don't have the information of the food that we're tracking, how much we're eating, and what our scale says, you have no idea where you need to adjust. And then you're winging it, then you get frustrated, then you say screw it, and you're back to the beginning, right? So just stop doing that. Stop trying to look for a quick fix, a fad, a crash diet. Get into it for the long term. Do it once and be done. That's what I always tell my clients. Let's do this once and be done. Get the weight off of you, and then you sustain that weight loss. And I'm gonna show you how to do that, okay? Enjoying life, going out to social events, not being scared to go to a restaurant or out with friends or to an event because you don't know what to eat and you're so scared it's gonna blow your diet. Teach you all that kind of stuff, because that's life, and life is always gonna happen. We have to learn how to maneuver through life to keep progressing towards our goals. So with that said, we're gonna talk about a calorie deficit. Now, in a calorie deficit, this is the only time it's a little bit different inside the program. This is a restrictive part. And the reason for it, when I put my client in a calorie deficit, I typically do it for about 30 days. And so we push really hard for a 30-day period. In my experience working with clients, they are much more likely to stick to a program. My adherence with my clients is very, very high, and their ability to follow the program is very, very high when they know it's a short-term window that they're gonna be in a calorie deficit. It's gonna be an aggressive short-term window, and then we're gonna pull them back out, get calories up, make them feel good again, and then we cycle back into a calorie deficit. So typically, depending upon the amount of weight a client has to lose, we'll cycle through a calorie deficit, a reverse, a calorie deficit, and a reverse a few times to get the weight off. But the more times that they do the deficit and the reverse, they're learning nutrition. They're learning how to do this themselves, how to put themselves into a calorie deficit, but more importantly, how to pull themselves out of that calorie deficit without putting the weight that they just lost back on, getting them to maintenance calories and enjoying life. So that's how I work in my program. It's been very successful. I got lots of weight off of lots of people while they're still enjoying life and going on vacations and traveling and parties and events pre-COVID, but luckily the world is starting to open back up again. So these are things that you're gonna have to learn how to maneuver, and we work on all of those kinds of things in the program. So this is my personal way of doing a calorie deficit. Like I said, it's a very short period, 30 days. So during that short period, we keep it boring AF, okay? Simple, one ingredient, whole foods. All right, simple, simple, simple. As boring as you can be with your food is how I want you for 30 days. And it may sound awful, but it's 30 days. It's only 30 days. Anybody can do anything for 30 days, especially if it knocks some weight off of you. At the end of that 30 days, you know your calories get to come back up. You get to enjoy some fun foods and have things like that and not put the weight back on, okay? So you can fight through for 30 days, all right? Like I said, boring AF with your foods, one ingredient, whole foods, no alcohol. We pull all alcohol during that period. Now, that's not to say that you can't have alcohol during a weight loss phase. The reason I pull it, one, is alcohol is an inflammatory tool. Two, I don't want them wasting calories on alcohol during the calorie deficit. Three, when we have alcohol, it tends to change our inhibitions a little bit, our willpower, things like that, and we blow our calorie deficits. So I just eliminate everything and anything for my clients that could cause them to fail during their calorie deficit. So we pull all alcohol, and then last and final, we grind. I tell them just to put your head down, get to work for 30 days, and then you come back out, okay? Other things that I make sure there's no travel coming up, there's no big events, there's nothing going on that's going to keep them from hitting their 30-day period and sticking to the plan. Okay, so it's very flexible, very loose. It works with my client schedules because, again, I want it to become a sustainable lifestyle, and I want them to be successful when they're in these calorie deficits. So we plan around all of that. So basically what it is 30 days of pushing hard. We're tracking. They have 2 check-ins a week when they're in their calorie deficit. We're looking at weight every day, measurements every day, water intake, digestion, sleep, stress, like all of these factors. We're checking in twice a week, making sure everything's going good, and then I make adjustments. I make adjustments and I push, and I'm very aggressive during those 30 days to pull the weight off of my clients. We get the weight off, we reverse them back out of that calorie deficit. They don't put any of the weight back on. If they do, as I say, coming out of it, we enjoy life for a little bit. We're sitting at maintenance calories, we have some fun food, whatever it may be, and then when they're ready, we go right back into that calorie deficit again, okay? So it's typically like a 1-to-1 ratio. We cut for 30 days, we're out for 30 days, we cut for 30 days. So this is not a quick fix, it's not a crash diet, it's not a fad diet. This is a long-term plan that pulls the weight off of you. It's sustainable. You're able to do it, and you're learning nutrition along the way. You are learning the skills, the tools to have to maintain this weight loss once you graduate from the program and we set you free. So I hope this is helpful for you. It explains a little bit to you. If you have any questions about it, feel free to reach out to me. You can do, like I said, in my reverse diet program, you can find the link. I completely walk you through a reverse diet and this calorie deficit, how to do it, how to pull yourself out of that calorie deficit, which is even more important. So you can find the link below, above, depending upon where you're watching this. Give me the like, the thumbs up if you like this video, and if you want to see more of these videos. I love providing this content for you guys. I think it's very helpful. I know it's been helpful. I got a lot of feedback, but it's also helpful for me to talk about it as well. I really enjoy doing it. So have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.